5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're live with Neve.
All right. How's everybody doing? We got a little special edition of the Live with Neve show. We were going to have these gentlemen on at 4 o'clock today, and we're still going to have them on at 4 o'clock today. But if you happen to be watching right now, you can catch us live. And we're going to be talking about an event that's very close to my heart. My friend Rob Neller is actually a neighbor up the road, and we met 2 or 3 years ago, I guess, maybe 3. I think it's the 3rd or 4th festival. At any rate, sitting down at the coffee shop in town, and I found out he was the go-to guy about the Highlands Film Fest, which is, I just think, a great group. It's really cool to live in a town where we actually have a film fest. And this year there's a few things that differentiate it. We're going to be over at the Kevin Theater's new theater, which I have to recall, Schmog Palace, I believe is what it's called. Smog, I don't know. But to clear all this confusion up, because I am so confused, we're just going to have to go to Rob Neller, the man himself. Rob, what's happening? Can you tell us about this great film festival you host?
Well, you don't diss Kevin Smith. The guy is a god in this town.
Oh, I'm not dissing him. He's brilliant. I'm not dissing him in any way. I mean,
I know. But just to clear it up for people, it's Smod Castle. SMOD Castle.
Okay.
Smod Castle. And it's Smod Castle Cinemas. It's on 1st Street in Atlantic Highlands. And it's like, this is the first time that we're not going to be on folding chairs.
I don't know how to do that. I was doing the sign language, American Sign Language. With
I could read it perfectly.
You did a great job, man. You're a pro. So Tell me, Rob, remind me, how long ago did you actually start the festival?
This is our 5th anniversary. So we started in 2019, and this is the 5th iteration. And we decided to go a little more, upscale and make our filmmakers feel like, they're really at the Cannes Film Festival or something like that.
I'm bummed because I can't go and stand up front and get their shot and then see their reaction. Maybe it is exciting for them, and I really commend you for that because
absolutely. I mean, we had a comedy film festival in the summer, and we had these guys come in with a real drive-in size screen, for drive-in movies. And the filmmakers were just ecstatic because they had never seen their films in that big a size, So it's sort of the same thing when we go to Kevin Smith's place.
Absolutely. I was looking forward to to see these films on the big screen. Even myself as a film aficionado, you can't beat it. And knowing Kevin's one of the do-it-yourselfer movement in film, he's such a progenitor of that. I mean, I used to live in Florida and sit and watch Clerks and a couple of the other movies he made that he filmed here.
So you were homesick for Jersey?
Yeah, I was, and I would watch his flicks, and this was just the year that I was getting ready to move back here. This is about 12 years ago. And I'm watching him, and I'm like, God, man, this guy's cool. He made a film, and now he's got tons of movies out. And the only time I've ever met Kevin is I saw him jogging one day, and I stopped and said, "Hey, Kev, how you doing?" And he waved, and I'm sure that he was like, "Who's this jerky guy?" Just stops his car. At any rate, Kevin, if you're out there watching, I think your films are great. I appreciate what you're doing with Rob and Jay. And let's go ahead and bring on J.K. Or I have to ask him when he comes on if he's related to John Kay of Steppenwolf. Are you related to John Kay of Steppenwolf?
No, not John K or JK or Jamiroquai or anything in between, my friend. How you doing?
I'm doing great, and I'm glad you're just yourself, Jay, because you do all these great film adventures, and I think you're a real cool guy. How did you get started in
Thank you.
film? You're welcome.
Well, it's a great question. I myself have covered film for over a decade, primarily horror films. I've traveled pretty much around the world, and as COVID hit, I ended up going inside like everyone else. But I went back to school and I started making films, going to Montclair State and virtually learning the tools and getting even better at my job than I was because I've been just like you. I
Hmm.
was on podcasts and radio shows for the better part of 8 years, 2,000
Wow.
interviews later, and many, many episodes. It all benefits you. And proud to be here with Rob and getting ready for the fifth edition of the Highlands Horror Film Festival.
It's a great festival, and I think it's like when you live near New York City, a lot of people don't often go to see a show in New York. They think about it and want to do it, but you get kind of set in your ways. But the thing about independent film, it's exciting to me just because I come from a rock and roll background, which we start in a band in the basement. I'm, product of the 70s, so like at many other bands, we had nothing else to do. Your moms tell every kid, get out of the yard, go ride your bikes with your friends. Instead, we'd be locked in somebody's basement with their mom. And I see more of that with the young people. If my mom upstairs is going, oh God, they're playing, at least I know where they are. I see that
Right.
spirit in a lot of do it yourself filmmakers. And I like that. You get a core group of smart people and they're just like sitting around and somebody either goes to film class or there's some catalyst that brings them together. And I know when I went to school, I went to uh, Florida, not excuse me, Florida State, Full Sail Center for the Recording Arts. And
Oh
at
my
the
God. Yeah, that's
time,
a big filmmakers hub, man. Full Sail's a
it's
big
a
filmmakers hub.
phenomenal school, and for anybody out there who wants to really go there and learn as much as you can. You'll have people who will contact you throughout your life. I've made lifelong friends, but I like that do-it-yourself spirit. I'm sorry I took the show away from you guys, but I find that fascinating to me with the
Well,
Macintosh
you
laptops.
you got to realize Jay is like the poster boy for independent filmmaking.
Right.
He, I found him when he submitted a film a few years ago, and what was the name of that film, Jay?
It was within the frame, and then last
Within the
year with
Frame.
yeah, and then last year with No Good Deed. Yeah,
I
so it's a
like that
couple
one.
years
Yeah,
now
no,
and working. Yeah,
and Neil, No
Hmm.
Good Deed is like it's famous around the world.
Right. Well, I
He's hit
saw it
you
every
are
first.
very
film
kind.
festival.
Everybody watching this, really, please come out, see this show. It's on the big screen. You got real popcorn. Hopefully, it's got that greasy stuff they put on it. I don't know what it is. It's butter
That's
substance. I love it.
golden flavor.
Golden
Yeah, the stuff.
flavor. That just sounds slightly tawdry. I don't know about the sound of golden flavor, but what do I know? I've got a bad mind.
That's like out of
Something
a
doesn't.
porno movie.
I know. It's like
Yeah,
you got
exactly.
a mustache, both of you guys. I don't know, man. I
Speaking of
remember
I'll
which,
skip
we
the
got
remember
popcorn.
people. All these movies are great. They're wholesome. They're fulfilling. If a kid's just kind of a goof and freaks out over every little thing, don't bring them. Yeah, we don't want them screaming during the movie. Ah, I'm so scared,
Well,
Dad.
well, Neil, I'll throw this out there. There's 22 projects in all, and Saturday we have it Saturday and Sunday starting tomorrow at 2:30. And Saturday is more for the
we're
adult
going to start at
horror
three
film
thirty,
fan.
Jay. 3:30.
3:30. My apology. That's why you're paid the big bucks, my friend. 3:30, and
Exactly.
and but Saturday is way more of the adult side of horror when it
Hmm.
comes to the gore and the guts and great storytelling characters. And Sunday is more for the local filmmaker and the student filmmaker because we got films from middle school, high school, and university. So there's a lot
Excellent.
offered on both days.
Oh, so you're not having anything tonight? There's no premiere tonight or anything? My
No, no,
mistake.
not tonight.
Nope.
Okay. Well, good
We
because
we, we kind of changed the schedule.
I'm hoping by Sunday I'll be recovered enough and masked, of
I
course.
hope
But
so.
I don't feel any affliction other than I'm just tired, a little more run down than the 62-year-old guy I am, and my nose is running. But I feel great, and as you can see, I'm not my mouth is mostly working. At any rate, thank you guys for being on. When we show this later on today, I have some trailers. So for everybody watching the 4 o'clock show, the first segment's going to be devoted to the Highlands Film Festival, and I'm really excited for these guys. Please go out and support this. You know, everybody out there, if you're not involved in films or the creative end of life, there's no big donor stepping in here. There's no big Daddy Warbucks putting this on. Rob puts this together, and not to say that he's not Daddy Warbucks, but his hair is receding.
Wait a minute. I'm going to start getting calls from everybody.
They're going to all call you and go, who is this guy on the show? Can loan me some money. That's what everybody wants is money. But, these kids who do this, and adults, I just love the creative process. And I love watching the guys at the shows that you've done in the past when their movie's playing and then it ends and they win. That's the coolest thing. It's just like,
yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
and we are going to have we're going to have various filmmakers there at each film block. So
okay.
No matter when you come, you're going to see people getting awards, and you're going to see that look of joy on their faces.
Absolutely. Well, I'm going to be calling you one of these days because I'm going to be doing a movie for hopefully next year's. I've got a couple of ideas, and who knows? I'll probably call both of you when I'm stumped, and I'll go, "What do you do at this
there
part?"
You go.
But everybody, please support the Highlands Film Festival. It's going to be in Atlantic Highlands tomorrow and on Sunday. And Rob, what are those times?
3:30 in the afternoon on Saturday, 7:30 in the evening on Saturday, and 3:30 in the afternoon on Sunday.
If I'm feeling alive, I'll be at 3:30, and
I sure hope to see you.
I do too. Everybody, please get out and support this. I'm really happy to see Kevin's helping with, supplying a great venue. Not that the folks, everybody who's helped us since it started 5 years ago, a big thank you to all of you. I love living in Highlands, and it's because of people like Rob.
Yeah, we have a well of creative people here.
There really is.
It's unbelievable how much is going on in this town and Atlantic Highlands. Actually, Atlantic Highlands and Highlands used to be one town, so I think we've got it covered by saying we're the Highlands
peeps, man. I give them all a big hug, because we're all family here, and some parts of the family you just set them out on the front porch with a drink, and the others you go in the backyard and make films and have a drink and watch it.
Some of them you put in the basement.
Yes. Well, basements is where musicians.
And then you have a horror movie.
Well, you know what? That may be. You've taken my whole mind. That maybe that you've just given me a great idea. So, thank you everybody for watching Live with Neve. Thank you, Jay. Have a great day at work, everybody who's watching, and I'll see you all at 4 p.m. Support live music and live filmmakers. It's the only
absolutely
thing, if you got somebody and they say, "I'm going to make a movie." Instead of looking at them like they're like, "Yeah, right," or oh, "Yeah, sure you are," say to them, "What's it about? What's going on? What made you think you could even do it?" But don't be a schnook. Help creative people by buying their stuff. That's what pays bills, and talk is cheap. So support this endeavor so it comes back next year. Thank you, guys.
Absolutely.
And, here's some crows or ravens from my porch in Highlands to give it a holiday, spooky feel. And I love crows and black critters. They like me too. Taught a couple of them to talk. So we'll see you next time. Live with Neve.
5,